Well, good morning everyone. Hope you are doing good and having a great week. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for your support. And to all our viewers and those recently subscribed, thank you and welcome to this channel. So today I'd like to do an update to my Johnson Matthey silver bar stack and do a little bit of clarification whether these bars that you see in the open market are vintage silvers or not. Up on your screen, you can see the three 10-ounce silver bars that I currently have in my stack, two of which are considered vintage, while the third over here is not. I've already done videos talking about the 10-ounce silver bars, so for this video, instead, we'll be talking about the 1-ounce Johnson Matthey bars that I have in my stack. Over here, we can see the 4 bars that I currently have in capsules. While right below them, we have these 11 silver bars still in their original packaging. Now, these Johnson Matthey bars do carry an extremely high premium right here in Singapore, and it's always been my assumption that these 1-ounce bars over here are actually vintage silvers. After watching several videos shared by content creators in our community and doing some digging online, including the awesome website AllEngelhard.com, I come to the conclusion that this may not be so, and we'll get to that. We'll get to more of that as we move along in this video. That's going to be the first part. For the second part of the video, I'll be adding more JM silver bars to my silver stack. Alright, let's dive into the first part of the video, and I'll start by briefly going through the history of Johnson Matthey. JM was founded in 1817 by Percival Nolan Johnson, and the company eventually evolved into a refiner and fabricator of precious metals. In May of 2012, JM licensed its name to Sunshine Minting Industries, allowing SMI to produce silver bars labeled with the Johnson Matthey name. 3 years later, in March of 2015, JM sold its precious metals refining facilities to Asahi Holdings. And as of now, JM is the leader of sustainable technologies and does not produce any more precious metal bullion. When we look through the Johnson Matthey section in AllEngelhard.com, the website made it very clear that the examples that they list will not include any modern reproductions of Johnson Matthey that was minted either by Sunshine Minting or Asahi Holdings. With that in mind, let's have a quick look at the JM 1-ounce silver bars that I have over here. The ones that are in the capsules all have the A prefix in front of a 6-digit serial number. All these bars will have the JM crosshammer logo on the back, repeated 6 full times. While the other 11 silver bars that are in their original packaging, they are basically the same as the ones in the capsule, with the JM crosshammer logo on the reverse, repeated 6 full times. These 11 silver bars here have the C prefix with a 6-digit serial number. Looking at the information shared by the AllEngelhard.com for these type of silver bars with the JM crosshammer logo on the reverse, there are no examples of serial numbers for these bars starting with the A or C prefix. And in my opinion, based on information online, these JM 1-ounce silver bars with the A prefix, the B prefix, and the C prefix are not minted by the original refiner, JM, but they are actually minted by either Sunshine Minting or Asahi. So what you see over here, these 1-ounce silver bars, are probably not vintage silvers. Irregardless of that, these JM bars are still quite desirable over here in Singapore, so I'm quite happy to have these bars in my collection. And when we move over to the second part of the video, I'll be adding more bars to this stack, and I believe those bars are going to be vintage JM silvers. But before we take a look at those bars, I'd just like to put it out there that I do have a crowdfunding page on Buy Me a Coffee, the link of which you can find in the description text on my YouTube homepage. So go ahead and click on that, go and have a look, and I would appreciate any support that you guys can give, as this channel here is not monetized. Okay, with that all done, let's go ahead and take a look at what's probably vintage JM silver. Okay, we're back. Thank you for staying on. So currently, LPM Singapore has a bunch of these silver bars listed for sale. That's where I picked up the 10 ounces. And I recently visited LPM Singapore to pick up more 1-ounce silver bars, JM bars, because they were having a sale on them where you can purchase these bars at 50% of their premium. At the time of this video recording, the sale is still ongoing at LPM of Singapore, although I have no idea how long that's going to be. But while I was there, I did pick up 10 of these JM 1 ounce silver bars, and the great thing about them is that they are all still in their original packaging and they are sequentially numbered. These bars are the one with the JM cross hammer logo on the reverse, repeated 6 full time. And before I tell you why I believe these bars are vintage silvers, let's quickly go through the specifications of these bars. These bars are struck in 3 nice fine silver. They have a weight of 31.1 grams or 1 troy ounce, a length of 50.4 millimeters, a width of approximately 30 millimeters, and a thickness of 2.7 millimeter with a smooth edge. Taking a closer look at the obverse of the bar, the bars that I have here has the R prefix with a 5-digit serial number. The numbers run from 05821 sequentially up to 05830. Now looking at the specific section for these designs of JM bars in AllEngelhard.com, it appears that these bars were minted in 1982 and there's a mintage of just around 1 million. So actually these are quite common bars. But when we look at the sample serial numbers as listed in AllEngelhard.com, the serial numbers with the R prefix is listed. So taking a look at these silver bars with these serial numbers, I believe that these bars over here, the 10 1 ounce silver bars, are actually vintage silvers. The page also mentioned that when the serial number of 6 nines were reached, the prefix R was attached to the 5-digit serial number, suggesting that these bars were minted after those bars that didn't have the R prefix on them. Another thing to note about these vintage bars is that I noticed that these bars over here have the thicker font design, and if we compare it to the more generic bars that I have currently in my stack, the font design for these bars over here is actually thinner. It's pretty obvious when you take a look at the letter M just under the word Johnson Matthey. You can see that the bar in the capsule has the thinner font, while the one in the original packaging has the thicker font. So really awesome that I have these 10 sequentially numbered Johnson Matthey vintage silver bar still in their original packaging as part of my JM stack, and these bars over here join my other 2 10 ounce vintage silver bars. These are confirmed to be vintage based on the information in AllEngelhard.com as part of my vintage silver. And what's really great about these bars over here is that based on their sale price or the discount that I got on their premiums after I purchased them from LPM of Singapore, I actually got these 10 ounces of silver at a price that was lower than what I paid for the 10 ounce JM silver bar I previously purchased from them. So these are an extremely great score. And with that, I guess that will do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'd like to apologize in advance if I made any errors in identifying whether these silvers over here are vintage or not. And if you do spot those errors, do post the correction in your comments in the comment section below. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, don't forget to leave me a like if you have enjoyed this content, and be sure to hit that share and subscribe buttons down here if you have not done so. As always, from everybody over here, you all please take care, be safe, and have a nice day.
Mm-hmm.